Oh my god, are we back? Are we back? Oh my god, I haven't played this game in so long. Are we back? I don't even know what the storyline is. Let's see what this bitch wants.
I respect the effort, but it's gonna take a little bit more than that to get a match with me, Ellen.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk to Sami Zayn.
I hear the powers that be are conspiring to keep you off of SmackDown.
They certainly are. WWE management has it out for me.
I, too, have often been the victim of several conspiracies, most foul. Hang in there. Us persecuted need to stick together.
Thanks, Sammy.
I've got some good news for you.
You've actually got a match for me this week?
Actually, yes.
Wow, I wasn't
I should clarify. It's not on SmackDown, but at a non-televised live event. Dana Brooke was supposed to have a match, but she did one too many handsprings, sprained her wrist, and can't compete this week. Winning the match.
Yay, I got a live event to do. Ooh.
Servicing cars can be. This is how I make $1,200 in one day as a 17-year-old. This client wanted a bunch of rock and DG moved in, so here's us picking it up. And then we headed over to the house, and here's us putting in the DG right here. And then we forgot to move the landscape fabric before we put it down, so they ended up tearing our landscape fabric. And this is my first time putting down the landscape fabric, so I know it's not great. We did end up having to go back just because I didn't plan for enough DG. But here's us getting this last yard and putting it in. And then we finished off by raking the DG and sweeping everything off of the sidewalks. But everything ended up looking very nice.
Bryce Young was the #1 draft pick. That's crazy. Who the fuck is this? Carmella. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yep. Give him up. Like, I really don't like live events. So today was my first day taking Today was my second day taking medicine, but my first full day. So I actually feel a little calmer. Like the medicine actually calming me down and keeping me in the right mindset, I guess. I still go through some forms of deja vu, but get my blood test done, so eventually I should have some type of answers. It might not be the answers I wanted, but some type of answer is better than that. So that's how I see it. Any answers are better than none at this point. And sorry I've been gone for like I don't know how many videos I made. Like I made a lot of videos. I made like 20 different videos. I made like 10, 15 videos. But I can't really upload them, because if I upload them, it make me look bad as a person. Because again, I'm going through these things, and the videos are pitting me, are making me look like I'm not healthy. So that's why I have not uploaded anything. Cause if I upload them, and I go crazy, then it look bad.
I respect the effort. But
It'll make me look bad. So that's why I haven't been uploading.
Well, I heard you're making some waves lately. Waves in the kiddie pool, but waves nonetheless.
Maybe,
Well,
but I
only
didn't
missed,
come to
like, 11
WWE
days.
to be in the kiddie pool.
Didn't
Why did you?
start?
I only missed 11 days. It's not that bad.
I know you're having a bit of a rough start, but it's like I always say. Work hard, treat people fairly, and earn respect. Speaking of, if you'd like an opportunity to get some work in, I know someone who can put you through the ringer at the PC. Ever since she had to do a WWE decathlon during her PC training, she's loved giving newbies the same treatment.
Analyze and get this off my chest by digging up the skeletons to finally confess.
I don't even know who the fuck this is. gotta change Ayana moveset so I can know it more. Cause I don't know her movesets. I forgot to do a dodge. How you do it? So yeah, I'm kind of scared because I still don't know what's wrong with me or anything. So it's just like fuck it. But today was like a good day. Why the fuck that's not working? So I hit that like 3 times. Off air, I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe on air. I don't care. It need to get changed. So. See that? Why would I have a shoulder tackle? I hate doing it, and I hate fixing the songs and everything. But I fix it. But I'm kind of scared because it's like. It's just weird. See, what the fuck was that? That'd be something else I would change. Let me see what the draft looking like. Cause we should have we got 2 picks. The Seahawks got 2 picks. We only at 8. What the fuck taking Atlanta so long? Nigga, we should have been at least at fucking 20. Atlanta taking too fucking long. What we got me. Where Pat McAfee at? Yeah, right there.
Not everybody uses their hands. If I could go back and like teach my younger self one thing, you have to play with your hands at the next level. This guy has that already. You play square,
big guy. This is good news for Justin Fields. I think he was running for his life last year. Building around the offensive line, always a good move, Pac-Man.
Yeah, building around the offensive line. We believe in Justin. That's what they're saying over there in Chicago with all the off-season moves. Let's see, can he do it?
The
There's no
Bears.
question now about the weapons now. He got guys that can protect him. Went and got some wide receivers and free agency. So yeah, it should be exciting for the Bears fans.
It feels like we are getting to the point of the draft where we don't know who these people are.
Yeah, we're here.
So AJ, the fact that AQ said that guy's the best offensive lineman in the draft, I did not hear that one time.
Nope.
Have you heard that? Darnell Wright, congrats. Best O lineman in the draft.
Let's go, Darnell.
I think there's a couple Pittsburgh people. I think Diggs is in the back pissed off because that's the guy he wanted.
That is, they had a mock to Pittsburgh a lot, and then AQ told me this morning he was his favorite on tape the entire time. So yeah, it's not the best news of all time. We'll see. I mean, fucking shit happens.
John, what is anything saying on the book that we need to look at right now? Any money to be made potentially, Gumpo?
Will Levis still out there, I can see that.
Pat, to your point, you kind of just say, we've reached the part of the draft where, we're questioning who guys are or whatever. We're also reaching that part of the draft where the first round grades may be running out. So then the book and whoever doesn't have, this is where Schrag said people could go from 11 to 25. So I assume we're seeing that kind of with the odds here. Because Paris Johnson was the favorite to go for lineman. Witherspoon was the favorite to go for corner. We still have Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's the favorite to go for wide receiver. He could come off the board soon. So probably just like those types of guys.
I think
still no tight ends either. No tight ends gone either yet.
You're right. A lot of big bodies too, Gump. They're talking about game changers potentially coming out of the tight end position. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, I mean, Tony just mentioned it. I can't believe there has been a wide receiver these last few drafts, and with how well the last few drafts rookies have played at wide receiver, them not being one, taking at least the top 10 is wild.
So this team that's on the clock right now, the Tennessee Titans, had drafted
I think a lot of people thought Will Levis was a top 10 pick. I don't think nobody thought, we got to just jump up there. I think everything worked out for the coach the way they thought.
Oh, shit.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I almost just broke that thing. That's why I don't wear these jackets, man.
Yeah,
It's on me. But you're right. The fact that the Colts had Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, Hendon Hooker available, C.J. Stroud gone to number 2, which we had thought 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson over Will Levis is a little bit of a surprise with the way the momentum was going. So are the Titans going to take a quarterback here, or will they continue to build and just say, hey, we're paying Tannehill $36 million this year, AJ? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. What did if they do take Will Levis, what happens with Tannehill? Mentor?
Yeah,
Can they package him and do they trade him later in the draft? Would they do something like that?
Well, I don't know. Hey, that's an interesting thing. AQ, well, you had a thought to have there.
Am I crazy to think they released Lawan a month ago? Them go maybe Skronsky here?
Okay, you're saying they need another offensive lineman.
It could happen.
They have no wide receivers on their roster.
Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news. The pick is in for the Tennessee Titans.
Who is it?
And Northwestern tackle guard Peter Skoronsky at number 11 via Ari Mirov at My Sports Update. AQ Shipley said, hey, I'm connecting dots here. They just let Taylor Lewan go. They're going to need an offensive lineman. Why not take Big Skoronsky out of Northwestern, who now joins the AFC South? Everybody assumed they might go try to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody assumed they might try to make a move because Tannehill is worth $36 million on the last year, and this GM was not the GM that gave him the deal. They want to build it in their own fashion. They're doing that in the offensive line room. Let's head over to the trenches with AQ Shipley. AQ, tell us who Peter Skoronsky is going to potentially play like.
Yeah, I love this guy as well. I love this pick. This is a great pick for them.
Yeah, would you ever not love an offensive line pick, though?
I'll tell you, trust me, there's going to be one today I guarantee happens. I will let you know. I
But
promise.
you do love Skoronsky.
Love Skoronsky, love what he brings, love the pick to the team and the scheme that he's going to. Could play tackle, could play guard. Every pundit has had this guy as the top guy for 2 years now, probably. He dropped a little bit because his arms are a little short. Doesn't have the length. I know a little bit about that. Doesn't fucking mean anything. Just go and play football.
Just play football.
Just play football. His tape is really, really good. He has to buy in if he goes to guard, but he can also play tackle because it's his own scheme. The one thing I hate, we've talked about it to you guys, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit today. He's played with this up and under technique, and it makes his arms a little shorter, which I don't love. And with the up and under technique, instead of throwing your hands, we're coming like this, and then you lose all your length. At the next level, at the NFL level, you have to play with length with all these freaks on the defensive side of the ball. So we got to get Peter throwing his hands this way. My NFL comp is Zach Martin because I do think he's going to go to guard. High ceiling, super high ceiling for this guy. But the key is with everything. Anytime you take a guy who plays a natural position in tackle and you move him inside, 80% of that fucking thing working is buying in. So it all comes down to Peter and what they would decide to do with him.
Well, if Lawan's out there, they're probably thinking tackle. If they could put him in there at guard at 11 overall, it would be a great pick as well. He had to probably have at least some security for the first couple of years. He said he has short arms, and he's also doing the underhand technique.
Yeah, what's that all
about, AJ?
AQ. I want to ask the AQ, that up and under deal, is that something that he chooses because he likes it, or do they teach that at Northwestern? That's what he has to do.
I think they teach that at Northwestern. So again, like the biggest thing is just kind of getting him into a new coaching staff and getting him playing with some length and doing all that. And I
Can
think
anyone
he'll
do
be
that
fine
in the
doing
league?
that.
AQ?
Yeah, I think
in the league play with that?
Yeah, I think there's some guys that do that, and they can get away with it. More interior than if you're playing tackle. If you're playing tackle, you're kind of fucked doing that, right?
Yeah.
But you can get away with that interior.
I was told Northwestern's a smart school, and yet they're teaching these techniques for NFL guys and tackles, and they don't work.
Well, we don't know if that's true.
Guess I was wrong.
We don't know. We have not seen Skoronski, okay? And I don't know if that's what Gumpy would say about the whole situation. But I like that the Titans go with offensive tackle as opposed to quarterback, which is the AFC South was scared that they might find their guy. All that was bullshit, AJ. Everything about the Titans was bullshit, it sounds like.
Man, yeah, I would love to talk to some of these guys afterwards. Okay, what was the plan going in? How did it change during the draft? Yeah, I don't know. We need to get some info.
Well, now another team that could take a quarterback. The Lions are at 12. Like Levis feels like could definitely still go there.
Yeah, because Jared Goff
Levis might not get drafted in the first round.
Whoa. Pack.
He might be sitting in the green room a long time tonight.
Is he there? Is Will Levis in the green room? That is a question that we have. Who all signed up to go to the green room? That's always an interesting decision.
17 guys, I think he is there.
Mel Kiper, actual Mel Kiper's on the screen, which makes me think about Mad Mel Kiper. Mike Vrabel is being shown from the war room, the draft room. He's much happier than the last time we saw him in there when the former GM traded A.J. Brown out of town. Skoronski's in Tennessee, Mad Mel. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I absolutely love this pick for Tennessee. They got so many guys.
Where are you? Where are you, Rito?
Well, I'm at the Power and Light building down here. As many of you know, a couple years ago, I had a little bit of an outburst when the Packers selected Jordan Love. They're going to be on the clock here soon, so I decided to saunter down here. This is the biggest pick the Green Bay Packers as a franchise will have in the last 20 years. If they fuck this up, I'm going to walk up to the top of the Power and Light buildings, and I'm going to dive headfirst off the top of it and turn it into a pile of pink mist down on the street. So, I don't know, Good Coots, the pressure's on, you know, unless you want to come pick up my bones and my goopy, bloody body, then I suggest we do the right thing here, okay?
This really took a turn. I did not expect that. It's a beautiful building.
It's an absolutely beautiful building, and I would hate for them to be picking bone fragments and teeth and all that other shit up onto the ground for the next, 3 to 4 days trying to piece together my my broken up body. Well, that's what's going to happen. Back to Peter Skoronski.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Peter Skoronski, or as one of your colleagues likes to call Pete Skornowski, goes by both. Mean Polish cuss, okay? AQ mentioned, he's got the short arms, but he anchors like a goddamn naval warship, okay? You can put him at tackle. You can put him at guard. You can probably play a little center if you needed to. Like I mentioned, Tennessee basically looked at everyone on their roster who people have heard of in the offseason. They said, get the fuck out of town, okay? We're grabbing new guys. We're getting a new stadium. We're kind of reshaping this entire roster. What a great way to bring in a new regime, the Rand Carthon regime, with a guy like Peter Skornowski.
No, stay away, Mad Mel.
Come on, Mel.
It's all going to work out.
I'm going to start walking up the steps here in about 10 minutes.
No, Mad Mel, stay on the ground.
We'll see.
know, the Titans taking offensive lineman. I don't think any of us expected that.
No.
Can we get Jay Glazer on the phone yet again and see if Jay Glazer is even there or what his thoughts were? There's no way Jay knew that the Tennessee Titans were going to get an offensive lineman.
I think he thought that they were
He
trading.
knows a lot.
What do you think, AJ? You think he knew Jason Glazer?
Jason Glazer seems to know everything.
You think so? Do we have him on the
I know.
phone? Is Jason Glazer there? Jason, did you know this was happening?
I know this was what? Quite frankly, I don't know who did that. What?
Okay, so
It was quick. It was quick.
I do not know. He had that. Joining us now is a former first rounder, a man who was booed by the city in which he was drafted to, but then he would go on to literally be the king of the city because of how great he was on the football field and also off of it. He just posted on his Instagram story how lucky and thankful he is that when he walks to the city that he was drafted to, it feels like home again, even though he hasn't been there in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, superhuman, all-pro, future Hall of Famer, J.J. Watt.
Yeah, little baby JJ.
JJ, good to see you, pal. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't know if I can follow fake Mel Kiper and fake Glazer. This is the tall task.
Whoa, that's Jason Glazer, and that's Mad Mel Kiper,
Oh,
okay?
fake, goddammit.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
And neither is that building behind Mad Mel.
Just don't climb the building, Mel. Just don't climb the building.
It's a real deal. We need to keep Mad Mel around. He's actually been battling a double ear infection for the last 2 days. So Mad Mel's all souped up on NyQuil and Dayquil.
Damn,
now
bitch.
At the same time. You're doing great, Mad Mel. Stay out of that building.
Jordan flu game for you, Mad Mel. Jordan flu game.
That's exactly right.
Thank you, JJ.
That's right. Hey,
Appreciate it.
stay out of that building.
We'll
All
see.
right.
We'll see.
Anyways, JJ, let's talk about this. Couple defensive ends getting
I'm
picked
seeing
quickly.
that.
Will Anderson and Tyree back to back. Whenever you think about what the game has become, with the quarterback being the most important position, pass rusher obviously being the second most important position because you're getting to the most important position, what are your thoughts on that, and how easy of a transition is it from college to the NFL, JJ?
I mean, it's obviously extremely important. You gotta, in this league, you have quarterback's number one. It's always the most important. So taking that guy at the top of the draft, when you can get him on a rookie contract with the ability to have 3 or 4 years.
I haven't got
obviously,
off.
build a
I
team
just been
around
looking
him
at the
before
draft.
You have to give him a big contract to be successful. But
probably like
second to
around
that is obviously
2:30,
the
I might
ability
be
to get
off.
to that guy.
Or
And
10
so, I mean,
or 10 o'clock, I don't know.
obviously a Houston guy,
I didn't say he
seeing them knock
listen
out
to the draft,
accomplishment
see
1 and accomplishment
going
2
where.
there is it's an impressive feat. And I think to Houston fans, it's obviously something that signals to them, hey, we're doing this thing now.
Hell yeah, 2 C.J. Stroud, 3 Will Anderson. The Lions just took Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 running backs off the board.
Let's go.
In the first 12 picks. Evan Foxy's excited about that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. The Lions, we didn't know what they were going to do. Thought they were going to maybe take Jalen Carter. They take another weapon for the offense for Jared Goff to use. But back to your point, D'Amico Ryan's former teammate, right? You know him well. We assumed he was going to take a defensive player. He did after taking a quarterback. Win-win down there.
Oh, I mean, it's unbelievable. And my D-line coach from last year is the D coordinator there now, and I love him. So I texted him. I said, it's a nice little present they got for both of you there. So that's not a bad way to step into a D coordinator job with Will Anderson coming in off the edge.
Go ahead, AJ.
JJ, what kind of advice would you give Will Anderson, a young guy coming in, obviously highly touted from Alabama? You had a ton of success early on in your career right off the bat. Like, how do you come in and make an impact right away?
I honestly loved his interview right on the draft right after, where he talked about how special this is, how he wants to make sure that he earns his right there. He wants to make sure he makes the coaching staff proud of the pick. He wants the fans to know that he's going to work his butt off for him. That's what you want to do. You want to come in and you want to say, I am going to earn the right to show you that the number 3 pick was not a mistake. And I love that. I think he has to go in and just be a sponge, soak up all the knowledge that D'Amico has. I mean, D'Amico just coached Nick Bosa and all that great defense in San Francisco. So he's going to be able to give that knowledge. And all Will has to do is go in there and work his ass off and take that learning and then just go out there and be the freak athlete that he is, you know?
Will and D'Amico allegedly shared some laughs about the Alabama culture, you know, and I think what Saban runs down there is a very humble but confident group, hard-working group. You kind of know what it takes to be in the NFL while you're in college. That's a weapon for him. I'm excited to see what Will does, who was just like...
Have they had success there? Have they had any success there before?
Let's think. Alabama. Seems like they have, right? We've seen documentaries and stuff.
I think they know how. I do. You know what? I do think they've had some success. So.
Oh yeah, they had the first overall pick this year.
Oh, and the
third
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be all right, I think.
I think they'll figure it out. Saban was down there doing interviews, by the way. Yeah, we've been doing this pretty long time. There's a reason. It's because they're good at the football. But I think Will Anderson's humble confidence is kind of what everybody talks about. So the fact that he hit the post-draft interview out of the park, I don't think anybody's confused by. Connor has a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, JJ, on the opposite side of the Will Anderson thing, how is it that some of these first-year head coaches can kind of earn the trust of their team and players through the draft? For instance, you know, the guy in Arizona, Kyler Murray, likes Paris Johnson. They go on and draft him. Do you think that shows the team and the organization, like, hey, I'm going to do and implement my system, but also I'm going to support the players we have?
Yeah, I think that there's obviously who you draft and when you draft them and what your plan is during the draft can show what your goals are for that season. I mean, we all understand how this league works a little bit. Like, if you're starting to trade back and accumulate picks, you might be in a situation where you're saying this thing needs a couple more years before we're really going after it. If you're being aggressive, if you're trading up, if you're a team that's going after some big swings, you're telling your team, hey, we're putting our assets on the line. We're ready to go after this thing. And that's what I like about the Houston situation is they kind of have been accumulating picks over the last few years. This year they finally went out and showed their fan base, hey, we're using all those picks we accumulated to make something happen, and we're supporting our young head coach. But I think when you have a coach like D'Amico, who has done it in the league, has been successful as a player, and now he's been very successful as a defensive coordinator, it's very, very easy to get behind a guy like that who speaks your language, who understands what you're going through, and who knows what he's talking about. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about D'Amico.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to watch his era down there in Houston. Now, it's tough because you're in the Colts AFC side with Anthony Richardson, brand new quarterback. Sorry about it, 4 overall. Got the guy who's faster, stronger, bigger, jumps higher than everybody. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Mad Mel. Shout out to Mad Mel, not Fake Mel, and Jason Glazer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pick being in for the Green Bay Packers. Gonna put Ty Schmidt's Mad Mel Kiper's brain in a pretzel. The Green Bay Packers select DN from Iowa, Lucas Van Ness. The streak of not taking a weapon in the first round continues for the Green Bay Packers. We thought there was going to be a chance that Aaron Rodgers would attend OTAs in the duration of the offseason for the Jets, and the Packers would take a weapon in the first round. And we would all say, why didn't you just do this when you were together? And we'd all be vastly confused. Aaron doing OTAs, Van Ness going to the Green Bay Packers, Iowa DN. Let's go to Mad Mel Kiper immediately, JJ, and see if he's on ground or walking up steps of a building. Mad Mel, this is good news, isn't this, for the Green Bay Packers?
You hit the nail on the head. I don't know if it's the NyQuil, the DayQuil. My brain is an absolute fucking pretzel right now. Listen, I'm an Iowa guy, okay? I love Lucas Van Ness like he's my fucking firstborn. And I was going to ask JJ, you know, hey, listen, I don't want to ask you just because you're two white guys with similar measurables, but the comp for Lucas Van Ness, if everything goes right, if he reaches his ceiling, is J.J. Watt. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know, their offense could fucking stink this year. Their defense stunk last year. They got Rashawn Gary. I don't fucking, he's an Iowa guy. So, I will put my hand over my heart and fall on the sword, no question about it. But, JJ, you tell me. I mean, I don't know. I doubt you've watched any fucking tape on the guy, but what do you think? Save me.
I mean, I can tell you this, Mad Mel. Every single year, if there is a white defensive lineman, we are compared on some way, shape, or form. It definitely doesn't help, or helps, I don't know, that he's also from the Midwest. I mean, Iowa's basically Wisconsin. We're pretty much the same place. So yeah, I'm sure it's identical. So
looks like you were right about making a statement.
So
that was a
allegedly,
well-earned victory.
There's stats going around about this man. He's got dangles too, JJ.
No problem, Corey.
Sticky
I was happy to help.
Lucas Van Ness.
I'm just trying to show everyone what I'm capable of.
Sucks, you could really have something there because he sounds a lot like me.
Did you do, whenever you transition from college to the NFL, and I know we talked about this and that, like, is there a chance you just drop in and you got all the answers, or are you going to get better and you have to get better? Like, every DN comes in not a finished product, or is there guys that come in as a finished product?
Well, that was certainly a good
and this
start.
is who they're going to be?
How'd you like to give the trainers here another demonstration?
Better prepared and more ready than others. I sucked my first year.
Nikita Lyons, Caden Carter, and
that's quarters through my first season, I was terrible. I had a lot to learn. But one of the things I had to learn was to trust myself and my instincts in the way that I play the game. You know, sometimes you get to the league, and this was my case. You think, wow, these guys are so much better than me. They're so much smarter than me. These coaches have so much knowledge. Let me listen to them and soak it all up. And for a little bit, I forgot what got me there. I forgot that I'm there for a reason. I can do this.
You're a dog, dude. You're J.J. Watt, bro.
Come on.
So yeah, but I think you can, if you're willing to, and if you're surrounded by the right people, so Pat, this is one of the craziest things to me, and obviously you and AJ can both speak to this. In the NFL, your success as a player is so tied to the people around you, from a coaching staff, from your teammates to the building. I mean, if you get put into a bad situation, it can literally put your career on a completely different path than if you were put into a great situation. So that's why it's always so hard for me to see these quarterbacks getting judged so quickly in their career, so early. Like we don't know if they're getting the best possible coaching or not. We don't know. I want guys to be able to develop.
So the Patriots just traded with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So while you gave a great answer there about situations being situational, which is very real, the draft spectacular isn't about that. We're about overreacting to every single pick.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's the world. Everybody's a Hall of Famer. Even if you got a terrible coach, terrible situation, no shot. I mean, that is something that we just have to act like they do. Let's go to Tone Diggs in the Hammer Don studio. Tone, the Pittsburgh Steelers have traded with the Patriots. Look at the Steelers making moves. This is a brand new Pittsburgh Steelers team.
It is a brand new Pittsburgh Steelers team. Omar Khan, the new GM. Andy Weidel is the player director who came over from the Eagles. Now that the tackles are kind of off the board, Darnell Wright's off the board, I'm really hoping they go with Christian Gonzalez, the corner out of Oregon, who D-Butt loves coming out.
Yeah, because you wanted Joey Porter Jr., who's still available right now.
What?
Yeah, Joey Porter Jr., because I thought Witherspoon and Gonzalez would have been off the board at this point.
You just threw Joey Porter Sr.'s kid out the fucking door.
Well, I mean, sometimes that happens. He's a dog. We still get him at 32. Maybe we take both of them. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, well, the Patriots are getting a 4th rounder, 120th overall,
What?
to get on 3 spots to the Steelers. Classic Bill Belichick. Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, I knew this was going
Why
to
are
happen
you
during
crying?
the draft. Jack drink, but still on the board.
Okay, so let's go. Pac-Man has a question
Why
for
are
you,
you
JJ.
winding it?
AJ, guys, it's been a lot of defensive end and
Oh, no, JJ. He said AJ. I think he meant to say
It's all
hey.
good.
He meant to
It's
say
all good.
hey, JJ.
I did say that. I said, hey, JJ.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, a little slang, sorry.
No, that's all. It's strong possibility.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong possibility. Do any these guys jump off the board for you? If one of them do, which one would you say would you like to have on your team as